Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Dave, aka the Costume Kid, and this is the first episode in our new studio! Alright, so what do you guys think? I've got the shelf here with the props. It's not quite finished. There's a lot more things I want to do with it, such as, see this open space over here? I want to fill that with more props hanging there, like the hoverboard, the Captain America shield, for those to be hanging there. I think that'll really fill out a lot of that space and make it look really cool. Also, of course, the logo has got to be hanging in the air, but I don't have any string right now. So for now, it's going to be like that. So yeah, this is really just a thrown together, made in a day episode. So sorry about that, but it's better than no costume, right? So that leads me into the costume. Now, if you remember back in April, me and my friend Nick made a playing card costume that was really cool. So now this is kind of a part 2 to that video for a dice. So we're continuing this board game theme, I guess. But anyway, let's get right into it. So this video actually made even more sense because, as you guys probably know, and I kind of mentioned it, I just moved, and hence the new studio. And so, of course, I have a lot of cardboard boxes. And while some of them are still full, we have unpacked a tiny bit. This was my house last week. But good thing for me, I get a bunch of free cardboard. So this is the box I picked. It is a cube, yeah, perfectly. You can pretty much do whatever you want. The smaller the box, you'd be more of your body exposed, and you would look less like a die. Yet the bigger it is, you might not be able to move because it'd cover up the joints. So I like this size box. It seems good for me, and it'll cover my torso. So basically, you can turn an easy cardboard box like this into any other costume you want. The first step, in this case, is putting it back together. Typically, we break them down first so we can cut them up into flat shapes, but this time I actually want it to be a functional cardboard box, nice and sturdy. Then we'll cut the head hole and armholes and stuff. Alright, so as you guys can see here, I both reinforced the bottom and cut off the top. Well, actually, the cut off side would be our new bottom, and the reinforced side is the top. I decided that we're gonna cut a head hole and 2 armholes, but for the bottom, who's gonna really look at it? So I decided, well, we're not gonna cut a hole, we're just gonna cut the entire bottom off. That way you have full room to move your legs around without being constrained to a tiny hole. But that brings us to our next step, which is cutting the head hole into 2 armholes. So for this step, you might want a friend or family member to help you out with cutting where the head hole and the armholes will go. The head one's probably the easiest because it's just in the center of the top, and then the arms, just kind of figure out where your arms will go and cut out some holes. Alright, so I am pretty happy with the way this looks right now. Well, I feel like I'm a box, so after paint, I think I look like a die. Okay, so the last step before painting this whole thing white is I'm gonna do the circles? Buttons? I was gonna say buttons, but they're not buttons, they're just circles. They're kind of indents. Whatever, you know what they are. So for these, you could mask it off and paint those black. You could use some black duct tape, a Sharpie. You could even do some cardboard and glue them on like that after these are black, and those would be pretty cool. But me, I think I'm gonna use some craft foam. Why? Because I have a lot of foam. Unfortunately, I don't have any black right now, but I have this white stuff, so I'm just gonna cut out a whole bunch of circles. You gotta plan out which face they are. The top, I'm gonna have be the 1, because there's already one circle there, which is gonna be where your head is. And I'll try to incorporate these in there somewhere. Like if this is the 3, it could be like 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2. I don't exactly know how they even look, but I'm just gonna cut out a bunch of circles. I think I remember someone telling me that opposite sides of a die add up to 7, like 6 and 1, 5 and 2, and 3 and 4 are all on opposite sides from each other. That might not be true, but that's what I think. I used the inside of a duct tape roll to trace out 14 circles. All of these are cut out, and whoa, there's a lot. And now we can paint them all. So the box white and the circles black. And now you can apply a little hot glue and attach all those circles. Just kind of look at a picture or a real die to see where they all go. Alright, now that these dots are on, we are pretty much good to say this costume is completed. Like I said, it was very easy to do, very, very cheap, and looks pretty awesome. You know, Nick was actually going to guest star in this video, and we'd make a paradise, but our schedules are both busy and it didn't work out.